Under 18s, baby. Under 18s. Let's start there.
Under 18 women's team. See, I didn't watch the game today, so I got up this morning. As you know, I get up at a ridiculous hour to go to work, and I seen the score. What an unbelievable result. Absolutely unbelievable. And now it really sets us up to survive the group. Like it really does. Like it gives me a lot of hope that they're going to survive the group.
So I have two things that gets me excited. First of all, we are still in contention for the bronze. We can still medal, baby. If we beat Poland tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time or Daylight Savings Time, 11 p.m., and then beat Chinese Taipei the following day, we come away from this tournament with bronze, which I think would be a ridiculous achievement for this tournament. And I think about Spain. Spain really struggled in this group, Division 1B last year, and avoided relegation. I think they finished fourth, ended up finishing fourth last year. But Spain has grown, and you could see that in the game. They beat Australia 9-0. And previously, we played them a year and a half ago, and I think it was a 4-1 game for Spain. So Spain have improved. Claudia Castellanos is unreal, just an unbelievable player. Has been playing in Sudbury, Ontario, in developing her game, but brilliant player for Spain. I'm looking forward. I reckon she'll be in the PWHL at some stage. But yeah, Australia, what a win over Korea, and Amelia Knott getting the shutout victory. First complete game, if I have my information correct, that she has played at a IIHF tournament. She played. Had a cup of coffee in last year's tournament where she played, I think, just a period against Great Britain, and then split the games with Olivia Gargano in the first two games of the tournament. So that'll do her confidence a world of good.
And we play Poland next, and so we've just blanked Korea 3-0. Korea's already played Poland, and Korea was able to put two past Poland in a 4-2 loss. So it's not out of the realms of possibility that we can get something from this next game. And Poland obviously sit in third position. It's not out of possibility that we can actually get a result against Poland.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm quietly confident, and I think the team has been improving game to game, and that's what I think. That I mean, there's no shame in being relegated from this division, but let's start off with that. But I think if we are able to avoid relegation, like it will just help us to grow. We should be. This is the group we should be in. We should be challenged every game, I think, to be able to grow. And in the lower divisions, like, yes, we were challenged by Latvia and Netherlands and Great Britain, but there's other teams where you're just blowing them out. And we saw that with the under 20 men's too, where you're playing South Africa and you're beating them 28-0. And like, what do you take away from those experiences? I think a tough loss, you probably get a bit more out of that than a blowout victory. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, talking in the Slack group, in the Hockey Hype Slack group, with got Courtney in there, who's a contributor for the website, who's been watching all the games, and I mentioned in the Slack group that there was no shame in actually sort of yo-yoing between, divisions or groups, just because of where the program's at compared to, like, obviously we always talk about it compared to other nations where, funding and all that sort of stuff. Other nations are genuine. They're usually, it's a lot more than what what we can provide here. But if we're able to survive this group and potentially medal, as you mentioned before, imagine walking away for bronze potentially. It would be absolutely massive, not only for this group but for the entire program, the entire women's program.
Yeah, 100%. And finishing fourth would be fantastic as well. Finishing fifth would be great, but finishing third, to be able to say we medaled in Division 1B, yeah, that's massive for getting sponsorship, for getting funding, getting companies on board. The other thing which I thought was a bonus from the win too is I didn't really know much about Korea, and we're in the same group as Korea for the World Youth Olympic Games in Gangwon later this month, where it's 3-on-3, and I know it's 15 and under, so it'll be different rosters, but there's players on this team who will be playing at that tournament. So I think it will do them a world of good and confidence going into that tournament, knowing, hey, we've played this country before, and we've had some success.
And we play Poland tomorrow night. I think it's 11 p.m. So it's pretty friendly. There's a pretty friendly puck drop. Phil Taylor in the comments, evening. Welcome, Phil. Phil's always in here. Love Phil. I think it's 11 p.m. puck drop, which is really friendly. So hopefully we get a lot of eyeballs here in Australia at that time on the YouTube stream. Poland, as we mentioned, they've got the points leader so far for the competition. Magdalena Lapa has got 4 goals and 4 assists, 8 points. So that's obviously the player that we're going to have to keep quiet and limit on the offensive front for Poland if we're going to get a result out of the contest.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. I haven't watched any of Poland's games, so I don't know what to expect. But Australia definitely has been improving from the game to game. I think, Amelia Knott had to bail them out a little bit early on. But yeah, I'm hoping that growth kind of continues. And Australia, Natasha Doob with the hat trick today, but generally Australia does things by committee, and we've got depth. We've definitely got depth in this roster. I know, talking with Remy Harvey, that's one thing she mentioned about both this under-18 tournament and the World Youth Olympic Games, is that other teams may have 1 or 2 really good lines, but she's confident with all, any line that goes out there. That's what she sees as Australia's strength. So yeah.
Natasha Doob is a really, really exciting young talent for Australia, playing over in Canada, so getting a lot of experience in good programs over there. Poland have scored 14 and got 9 against. So I think that sort of shows that they're susceptible to getting scored on. So if we can run the lines, and then if people like, as we've seen today, Katrina Rapchak can step up and provide points as well, I think we can go in there feeling pretty good that we can cause a bit of havoc against Poland. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd still put Poland as the favorites, but
yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I am quietly optimistic. Well, not quietly. I'm optimistic.
Well, I think because when you see the first result and you're like, the first game, you're like, gee, look at it, it sort of throws you back a little bit. But coming into the contest, when you watch a lot of these young women play, and even in the last tournaments and stuff like that from this under 18s team, we've got every reason to feel confident that they can produce because they're talented players. So yes, Poland will probably be obviously the favourites for the contest, but I don't think anyone should dismiss our girls going into it tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they've just continued to grow each game. So game 4, who knows?
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see who gets the start for the game. I have no inside info on that, obviously. But yeah, it'll be interesting if they go with Amelia or if they put Olivia in for this game. Either way, two capable goaltenders. So
yeah, I agree. If you got any comments or if you watched the actual under 18s, drop a comment in there. Let us know your thoughts on the under 18s so far. I think either way, GG, just to end on it, is that no matter what happens tomorrow, I think everyone should be pretty proud of their efforts so far in this tournament, stepping up into this group, and got the win today and look like they're starting to hold their own. So I think everyone should be pretty proud of them. Next up on the ticket is the
and it's been nice when you. Oh, sorry. I was just going to say it's nice on the on the video stream to hear the horns going off when Australia score, etc. So the parents and other supporters that are there, I think they've even converted some of the Spanish fans to cheer for Australia when they play Korea in that game. There were some photos there of some kids, Spanish kids, cheering on Australia. So yeah, it's all pretty good. It's all good vibes.